but I really have something to say about ideas. So ideas are something that our mind comes up with all the time. I have an idea. I'll have people over on Thursday for dinner. I'm gonna host Christmas this year. I think I'll cut my hair short. I think I'll buy a crib for my daughter-in-law, right, who's pregnant and having a baby. I think I'll pick up that crib without even asking. There's just an idea a minute we have. And for most human beings, those ideas are just ideas, right? They come, they go, we run them past somebody. But ideas for an alcoholic are killers. We don't differentiate between, the alcoholic mind does not differentiate between a good idea and a bad idea. Our bad ideas are bad. And we need to kind of say them out loud. I talk a lot about how sometimes I have this stuff in my head and it goes on and it seems like a really good idea. And then I go to a meeting and I say it out loud and it comes out of my mouth and it kind of hangs there. And I look at it and I go, wow, that's a bad idea, right? These ideas are things that we cling to and we won't let go. When we first come to Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous, whatever it is you're in, the first thing is that you're powerless over alcoholism, right? You're powerless over drugs and alcohol. What you're powerless over is not the alcohol. You're not powerless over Jack Daniels. It might seem like you are, but you're powerless over your thinking that Jack Daniels is going to make you feel better, that Jack Daniels is a good idea when you know how it affects you mentally, physically, and spiritually. And yet we pick it up again and again and again. Right? That idea is a bad idea. And yet we go with it every time. Or we quit using heroin and we come up with the idea that we can just drink. Or we quit drinking and we decide, well, I could gamble. Right? Or I'm going to quit gambling, but I'm still going to gamble at football because football, everybody gambles on football. These ideas for an alcoholic are deadly. I have an idea that I'm going to go back to school. I have an idea that I want my kids back. I have an idea that if I just move to Timbuktu, my life's going to be better, right? Everything is going to change. And these ideas just come and we're like, brilliant. And then we execute them and it's like, oh shit. Why did I think that was a good idea? It's always a good idea to run it past somebody in Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous. Now, that could be anybody, or it could be just that you're talking about it out loud in a meeting so you can get some feedback, so you can get some other people with experience. But these ideas, we get locked and loaded into these ideas. The whole point of the program of recovery is the first step is you admit you're powerless over your alcoholism, your thinking, right? These ideas, idea minute. And step two is that you've come to believe that somebody else can make better ideas, make better decisions than you for your life, because you can see it clearly with thousands of other AAs around the world, right? They are living better lives and not making as big of problems for themselves. Their reaction to life is better. And step three is you've decided to go along with that. I'm going to give this program an opportunity and I'm going to see if I can get my ideas to line up with God's ideas, where I can wear them like a loose muumuu and talk about them a little bit, get some feedback, see what the universe does, right? Do things start lining up or is it like hitting a brick wall? That's definitely a way you can tell your idea is bad, is if it's meeting opposition at every turn, right? I'm distracted because there's a little bunny running around me. These ideas we get have to be run as somebody else. The third step is really that we've decided that God, the universe, whatever it is you've decided is your higher power, can make better decisions than you. And maybe the decision is that you're not supposed to do that. And you're going to feel sad and mad and let down that your idea is not going to go, right? That it's not a go. Well, maybe it's just not a go right now. Maybe you're not supposed to get your kids back right now. Maybe you'll get them back later. Maybe they'll come around and start coming to Christmas when they're older and you can have a relationship. I don't know. But it feels like when your idea is shut down of what you want, it seems like it's a definite no forever and ever. And you don't know that. You don't know that. You just know that right now. And you have to trust a power greater than yourself, that it is going to guide you, and you're going to be happier, and you're going to end up with something more. Everyone's going to win. But when you get locked and loaded, one of those guns with the red dot, and they lock it in, and then it's on someone's forehead, on one of those detective movies or those killer movies. The guy gets a gun and he's 3 buildings away, and as soon as that little red dot shows up, when you're locked and loaded and you're ready to pull the trigger on it, it's hard to say, hey, abort, don't do this idea, wait, pray about it, ask God for some help, run it past a few other people. It's really hard for alcoholics to do that. I think the only thing that makes you kind of stop doing that is when you've made a few terrible ideas in sobriety, because you're sure